Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Beast's team is doubling down with another cease and desist, this time the final warning to Dogpack 404, who you all may know as the creator of the Mr. Beast is a Fraud video. At this point, that thing is...
It has 8 million views almost.
Freaking global. It's at about 7, almost 8 million views. And we can just go ahead and hop on over here to Twitter and see the cease and desist letter that Dogpack 404 was sent. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Cease and desist, final warning. He added a funny little emoji. Dear Mr. Dogpack, obviously that's his real name. This firm, new firm whose white-collar criminal defense practice is second to none, according to their website, has recently been retained by Mr. Beast YouTube LLC, Mr. Beast, or the company, Lethal Company, and its founder, Jimmy Donaldson, regarding the unsettling news that you have embarked on a campaign to disparage Mr. Beast as a company and defame Jimmy Donaldson.
Jimmy Donaldson. No, this is actually probably real, man. They do not want to deal with the backlash of, like, having to put everything back to where it was regarding how Jimmy is viewed by the public. I think this is a really big deal. The whole defamation thing, it's over for him, man. Just kidding. He's probably gonna just keep, like, making videos and hope it blows over.
As an individual. Not only are your statements about Mr. Beast and Jimmy Donaldson untrue, they also violate the clear, binding, enforceable terms of your confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement with...
That's very much plausible. If he actually worked for Mr. Beast, they probably made him sign an NDA. He's probably gonna get sued for it.
Mr. Beast, dated March 25th, 2024. The NDA agreement, which you have shown in videos posted to the internet. Now, right here where it says your statements about Mr. Beast and Jimmy Donaldson are untrue, he says, then prove it. You have all the footage, but instead of posting any, you've just been deleting more.
Yeah, they've been going out of their way to make people delete, or they've been going out of their way to delete the live streams where they were, you know, gambling stuff away and not providing people with prizes.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've been seeing a lot of people mention, you know, luckily Dogpack 404 here, you know, he's being covered. He's protected by a Whistleblower Act. And if you don't know what a Whistleblower Act is, it's basically someone inside of a company who leaks information that may be covered by an NDA if it is breaking the law or...
No, you're right. NDA does not protect illegal activity. You're completely right.
If somehow it is dangerous or it falls into this U.S. Department of Labor's, you know, forms of whistleblower protections, right? The Department of Labor is here to protect your rights. An employer cannot retaliate against you for exercising your rights under the Department of Labor whistleblower protection laws.
However, half of the video was him talking about stuff that wasn't even whistleblowing. I think the whole child gambling and targeting kids and stuff, I think that's totally realistic to be, like, protected. The other stuff,
And retaliation includes such actions as firing or laying off, demoting, denying overtime or promotion, or reducing pay or hours. As you can see on this website, the National Whistleblower Center, we have a rundown of basically how, you know, it describes what an NDA is. It's a legal contract between two parties, employer and an employee, prohibits the sharing of information deemed confidential, right? However, such agreements can be used to silence whistleblowers in order to keep illegal activity under wraps. Additionally, NDA may prohibit the employee from informing the government about the existence of the NDA and the restrictions placed upon them. Now, these are going to be linked below. Lots of great useful resources, and you can kind of come to your own conclusions. But what we are looking at here is a situation where if, you know, Dogpack 404 can confirm that the things in his videos are either opinion-based or he can prove that he's looking at public information like the Mr. Beast streams, Mr. Beast videos that are posted to YouTube, he can argue that he's simply just a whistleblower or that he's covering...
yeah, the whole he made $1.6 million off of one live stream with people, like, buying his merch and then quote-unquote gambling at maybe getting a good prize, that can definitely fall under the whistleblower thing, in my opinion. He does come across as kind of a schizo, though, let's be real. In the first half, I was like, this is all a bunch of, like, nothing.
public information. And now we did cover in the past how the original cease and desist was pretty interesting because it was almost like an admission of guilt of all of the things that Dogpack mentioned in the original video. There wasn't really much information related to libel, slander. It was more about the fact that Dogpack was revealing insider information, which is quite weird because if nothing in that video that is almost at 7 million followers now is real, what is it revealing? Now, in this tweet, we're going to be diving into some very, very harsh allegation territory, right? So
if it was a live stream, how can it be whistleblowing anything that's already out in the open? Because Jimmy and his team have been deleting those live streams and scrubbing people who repost them on YouTube and the internet in general by, like, flagging them with copyright strikes or, like, cease and desist. It looks very, very bad on his part. The fact that they're deleting that stuff is really telling. It's not good.
All of this is alleged. All of this is based on just me reading public information, right? But again, allegedly, this is happening. Dogpack says, also my number got leaked, apparently from a Mr. Beast employee named Kaylee. I've been getting texts from former Mr. Beast employees. Text I received last night claims that Jimmy, Mr. Beast, wants to have private investigators start following me and looking into my family's social media accounts to find ways to discredit me.
Look, I'm gonna be real. I saw these, like, phone number texts and, like, calls and stuff. I don't believe it until it's proven in court. This guy could be totally making this up. I know that there are people who are crazy enough to, like, text each other and to make, like, little scenarios and post them on social media to, like, to make it look like they're doing the right thing and that they're getting stalked. But it could very well be fake. It's really easy to fake a number.
Apparently the best narrative they have right now is that I'm a crazy drug-addicted Mr. Beast superfan that got fired for trying to steal company funds. And now, does that surprise anyone? I mean, it's very possible. Again, allegations, none of this may be true.
Yeah.
Does it surprise anyone that a millionaire, one of the most successful YouTube channels of all time, would be trying to silence someone? And the best way to do that is by trying to paint them out to be deceptive, lying,
or intimidating them with phone calls and texts. Yeah, I totally believe it. Yeah. Intimidation tactics definitely work in real life. People get really scared when their life and their livelihood is at threat.
Kind of like we've seen Chucky try to do. Kind of like we've seen people like Nathan, who leaked the 500,000 Discord messages, get silenced. Would it be surprising that these companies, you know, are going out to Dogpack and saying, shh, you're crazy,
like I said, check out when he got on Ludwig's stream, he came off like a goof. I want to believe that maybe he's not, maybe he is a schizo, but it doesn't mean that we should invalidate his, like, experience. I don't know. I'd have to watch it myself. Like, I've met people who have been mistreated and they are, like, they need help. It's not fair to, like, say that kind of stuff. In the court of law, even if you are, like, you know, a little bit silly, a little bit goofy, it doesn't mean that it's not true. But yeah, I totally agree. It can make, it can, at face value, look like he's a schizo. I totally get it. I understand. Yeah. And he did come across as one in the first, like, 2 minutes of the video.
Crazy, right? He says, if this text is true, I will say, Mr. Beast, if you want to resort to personal attacks, I'm happy to reciprocate, or, you know, just address the evidence. So we have the text here. It says, dude, has anyone at Beast contacted you about the post you're making? I've been reading the NDA over to see what I can and can't post because I'd like to move on with my life and try having some type of social media presence. Not planning on ever mentioning I worked at Beast, but if it got out or if somehow, some way I accidentally mentioned it, I wanted to make sure I was going to get sued to hell. Also, if you're going to post my message for proof you worked at Beast, I don't care. Just don't show my number. You can save it how you want. Also, I got your number from Kaylee. I don't have access to anything Beast like slack or anything. Obviously, I'm not a Beast employee. I'm a former employee. Someone else I know told me they texted you on Reddit talking about Kaylee and Leroy. I'm not that person, and I won't mention any current or former Mr.
Again, I don't know if these are real. It's really easy to spoof phone numbers and then just have someone roleplay with you to post as evidence. I really want to see the court thing. Like, the ideal scenario is that this all comes out and there's, like, court documents and then we can, like, go through them. That'd be so cool. To, like, see if it's, like, real or not.
Beast employees because of NDA.
God, this is gonna be
And then we have another one here.
Story.
It says Dawson. Again, that's Dogpack's name. I'm texting you anonymously to let you know that I heard James wants to have private investigators start following you and looking into every detail of your life. He wants them to reach out to your former employees, find all your social media accounts, your family's social media accounts, videos of you, anything. They already have a Google Doc listing possible ways to discredit you, including you're on drugs and have mental health problems, your mom is bipolar, you're an obsessed superfan, you're crying, begging for your job back after they fired you, you tried to steal company funds, etc. I don't know what's true and what's not, but personally, I really think you should just take everything down ASAP. If you take it down, they'll leave you alone.
But he hasn't taken it down. Is the video still up, chat? Mr. Beast Dogpack. It's been like, what? It's been 11 days. It's almost at 10 million views. It's still up. So, like, maybe he's just that confident. Like, maybe he's telling the truth. Like, you just don't know until it happens.
So at this point, they've gone from cease and desist to allegedly, possibly.
Not going down with all those views. Yeah, but the video's demonetized. He said he's making no money off of it. So, counterpoint. I think he's really, like, it could be completely possible this is all true.
None of this is true. Having people, unknown numbers that have never been in contact with Dawson, do not and should not have his phone number and private information, reaching out to him saying, hey buddy, it'd be a real shame if someone were to slander you and ruin your whole life, unless of course you just took the video down. I mean, that would be
the Mr. Beast Mafia.
an easy solution, right? And now this last video shows him receiving the text, and he said, you're trolling, what? And it says, this number is no longer in service. He says, what the F? It says, stop. He says, what? Stop. This is so creepy. Leave. Hello?
Yeah, that's weird, dude. Holy.
Very creepy. I don't know if that's some type of, like, maybe they used a Google number, some type of throwaway number, and it's giving bot replies. I don't know. I've never seen a bot reply leave before, though. That's very interesting, very creepy. Getting Squid Game vibes, you know how Jimmy loves.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think bots do that.
Them Squid Games, allegedly. I feel like I gotta say that after every single thing I say nowadays, because I might look out my window and see Mr. Beast or Chris Tyson with his Chris dog out. You never know.
Can you imagine Mr. Beast is just looking over your shoulder and that's all you see before you die? Hey guys, we're here to make a video about this guy that I'm gonna execute live on YouTube.
Now, I actually reached out to Dogpack on Twitter. He was nice enough to reply. He let me know that he's been watching the videos. He's loving the coverage. You guys are loving the coverage. I'm grateful that I'm able to do this and, you know, make a little bit of money. Maybe I can quit my job one day and do this full time. Either way, he reached out to me. I asked him a few very important questions. I asked him, I'm curious on a few things. When did you decide you want to make a video on Mr. Beast? What made you want to do it? And did it have anything to do with leaving the job? Plus, did you think his content was all fake or a scam before you worked there? Now, if you guys have better questions than that, let me know down below. Maybe I can reach out to Dogpack and ask him. He says, decided to make the video a little over a month ago. I just felt like the Mr. Beast company needed to be exposed. I really tried hard to change things from within the company, like bringing up the predatory advertising practices to higher ups and suggesting ways to make the competitions more fair. So if this is true, Mr. Beast was like, more fair? Nah. Predatory practice.
I don't know. I think if he brought in, like, evidence or at least, like, text messages of him saying that kind of stuff, maybe it was in person, so it's hard to prove. I wish there was more, but maybe there is more. He said he would make more videos.
Says that's
regarding
good.
This.
He says it was frustrating. Also, they didn't reimburse me for travel, which was promised. Would have been like $300. Such a greedy company.
It's probably under NDA. But if he's whistleblowing, then it's not under NDA because it's him trying to, like, talk to Mr. Beast or the management about making the competitions fair because they are against the law. If that makes sense.
I don't know how many times I have to mention, Mr. Beast makes hundreds of millions of dollars a year. He says, I knew the videos were fake, but to an extent, but seeing Mac was a surprise. I feel like those vids were completely scripted, and him being in the vids was like a part of his compensation. Definitely didn't think he was running illegal lotteries or fake giveaways. Now, a bit of good news, my friends. Nathan W., who's the one who ended up leaking out the Chris Tyson 500,000 messages from the creepy Discord. Their video or their website got cease and desisted the other day.
Yeah.
Everything was taken down silently, quietly. He announces the Ava Chris Tyson from Mr. Beast Discord leaks have been successfully re-uploaded by Uncensored V. You can view them here. I'm going to...
Yeah, they took them down after a couple of days, and they brought them back up. They probably put the server somewhere in, like, Armenia or something.
Censor this just to protect myself, but you guys are more than welcome to check out Nathan W's Twitter. Go check out the leaks. Go make some backups. Do what you want to do to preserve this information before the next cease and desist comes, because you probably know it's right around the corner.
Once it's on the internet, it never disappeared. Dude, it's... I don't know why Mr. Beast and his team are doing this. People keep track of this kind of thing. Why are you deleting old live streams and trying to, like, cease and desist them and copyright strike them? Once it's on the internet, there's always a schizo who manages to download them and re-upload them somewhere else where it's, like, hidden. Or it's, like, on their drive somewhere, and they, like, re-upload it as soon as they see it getting taken down. Yeah. I just don't know. The damage control they're doing is not helping them.
Either way, guys, that's a bit of a small update. As always, you know, I'm doing research. I'm looking into Chris Tyson, Ava Chris Tyson's YouTube channel that is now a fan page. I'm looking into that right now. I'm looking into this Comic-Con situation. Whole lot more content. Just keep those likes coming. Keep those subs coming. Keep sharing. Keep liking. I love doing this. Love you guys. Peace out.
Chat, if the Ava Chris Tyson thing didn't happen, I don't think this would have gotten as much attention. Genuinely. I think this all blew up around the same time, and it, like, was a nuclear explosion instead of, like, a TNT explosion. It's not... because he's been accused of faking videos and, like, gambling and this and that and targeting kids before. I know he has. It's just people didn't really care because they're like, well, he does charity, so it's fine. Now people are kind of taking it seriously, man.